Star Trek actors on the Orville. Will we see more in Season 3? Hey, there's Tom. Tom's Tech Show. It's not just about tech, it's about anything that I want to talk about. And today, again, we're talking about the Orville. Because I miss the Orville. I need more Orville. We should all have a little bit more Orville in our lives. Just seems to make things better. But today we're going to go over some of the actors from Star Trek that I've seen that I know that have been in the Orville. So let's check some of them out. Okay, so we all know this has been happening. Some of the more well-known ones, if I can find out where my mouse went, here we go, is Jonathan Frakes. Of course, we know he's been directing several episodes of the Orville. How many? See this actor. We don't want actor. We want to go to director. See how many episodes has he directed. He's directed 2 episodes of the Orville. Oh, and it looks like he's already directed 2 episodes of Star Trek Picard. So maybe we'll have a chance of that being good. I don't know. He has directed several episodes of Discovery. Looks like he's directing episode 3 of season 3. So apparently there is going to be a season 3. Apparently you can beat a dead horse. So let that be where it is. All right. So another one of my favorites, of course, where we over here is Tim Russ. He, of course, Tuvok from Voyager, did play a character on the Orville, Dr. Sherman in Lasting Impressions. Again, great to see him, in the series and working, getting things, done. Here's another one, F. Murray Abram. He was in the Orville. He was the chairman in Sanctuary. But he was also in Star Trek Insurrection, I believe. Yeah, Star Trek Insurrection. He was Rotho. So I know he had a lot of heavy makeup, so it may not be as, as recognizable as some of the other characters. But yes, another Star Trek actor. Bryan Thompson. He's been in so many things over the years. So he was in the Orville. He was Drogon on Into the Fold. This is where the kids, mom and the kids we're going to go to some amusement park or something, and they get taken off onto this one planet where there's all these people who are, attacking other people, and he's one of the guys that abducts mom and stuff and holds her there. But he was in which Star Trek episode? He was in Star Trek Enterprise. So he was in 3 episodes of Star Trek Enterprise. Was he in another Star Trek? I don't think so. Doesn't look like it. Okay. No, yes, he was. Okay, way back when. Here we go. Star Trek Deep Space Nine. So he was 2 characters in Star Trek Deep Space Nine. He was in Star Trek Generations. So he's a major Star Trek alum. He was also in Star Trek The Next Generation, in A Matter of Honor. So very, very prolific Star Trek actor. And just as a side note, there I am with Bryan Thompson at this was, if you can see back here on the sign back there, this is an event for St. Jude. It was a golf tournament, and they have like a concert night that I go to, and you're there with all of the actors with no security in between you and them. So it's a very good event to go to and get to hang out with some people. Of course, this is Patrick Warburton's thing. Patrick Warburton, who although he's not done Star Trek, was on the Orville. So I'm just tying it all together here for you. Okay. So next, who are we going to look at next? Not Tom Hiddleston. Okay. John Billingsley, of course, was in the Orville in the home episode as he played the dad. Yeah, I think so. But he was on, Enterprise, playing the Doctor. Also, let's close that out. Also, Marina Sirtis, we saw her recently in the episode where she's the school teacher. And so another one. And let's see, who else do we have? We have James Conway. Now, he's a writer who has written for Star Trek and written for the Orville. So we have people doing writing that were... He's not done any of the new Star Trek. He was... Let's see, go way back. He was Star Trek Enterprise, Star Trek Borg video game, Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Star Trek Voyager, Star Trek Next Generation. So he's very prolific at writing episodes. So what Voyager? Let's see what where was Next Generation? Next Generation. Okay, Frame of Mind, The Neutral Zone, and Justice. Okay, so some of the early episodes. Oh no, those aren't that early. 87 is Justice. First season. So Frame of Mind, Neutral Zone. Those are all pretty good episodes. So another one. Robert Duncan McNeil. He has been directing the Orville. So let's see. Let's go to director. We'll come down here. Orville. He has directed 2 Orville episodes, and he went on to direct several of the Voyager episodes, I believe. And he directed Star Trek Enterprise episodes, Star Trek Voyager episodes. So I think he's a pretty good director. He has a good handle on, how everything works. It seems like the second in command of most of these Star Trek franchises end up being directors. So we have Leonard Nimoy, who went on to direct many of the films and other things. And, of course, Jonathan Frakes and Robert Duncan McNeil. So seems to be the thing to do if you're not the captain. We already had Jonathan Frakes. Okay, so Ron Kanata, he was in Sanctuary, Majority Rule, and Command Performance as Admiral Tucker. So he's appeared several times. I know he was in Next Generation in the one episode where they went to the planet where they were all genetically, made, and everybody had, what's that episode called? I can't even remember anymore. I'm so prepared. Star Trek. The Masterpiece Society. There we go. Oh my gosh. My brain is going. You get old and all this stuff just falls away, right? Masterpiece Society, he was in that, and he was also in, I just saw it, Star Trek Deep Space Nine, and I think that was it, but also in the Orville. So more people coming across, realizing they need work and they know where to go for the work, right? Okay. Robert Picardo, we have seen him several times in the Orville and, of course, in Voyager as the Doctor. So very good. Another crossover. Brannon Braga. So Brannon Braga has been, of course, producing the Orville. He's been writing for the Orville and was also a major producer and writer for Star Trek Enterprise, Voyager, and Next Generation. So another very big one. David Goodman, who is also another writer, producer for... has he written anything? I don't know if he's written anything. Writer, Orville. Yes, he's written 3 Orville episodes, and he has also done Star Trek as a producer, Star Trek Enterprise as a producer. So still more people coming over. So what you're trying to, it's very much a theme. And one of my other favorites is, of course, Tony Todd. He was recently on the Orville, the Sanctuary episode. So he was the Mocklin candidate who was there. But we all also know him as Worf's brother in from the Next Generation. And how many episodes was he in Next Generation? Gee, I'm just... Voyager, Next Generation. You see, was Kern in Next Generation. I think it was in quite a few episodes. Where is it? Can't even see. All right, we're gonna have to search. Next, okay, Next Generation. Next one. He was in just 3. It seems like he was in more episodes than just the 3 episodes: Redemption and Sins of the Father. But still, always enjoyed his work and everything in Star Trek and now in the Orville. So I kind of just went through the cast list and kind of just pulled out who I saw, the full cast list, who I saw, who I knew, okay, I know this person's been. If you've seen some other ones, comment. Let's see how many we know that have been in both Star Trek and the Orville. And the more people that come over to Orville just continues and continues, I think, to validate the Orville and its ability to stand on its own over, especially the new latest Star Trek. Like I said, I've only seen about 3 episodes of Discovery and really, really understood that this is not a direction that I want to go in. So I'm out. Basically, I just said, nope, I'm done. I don't want to do that anymore. But it's just nice to see all these actors coming over, being able to play these, even if it's a bit part for, one episode, or being able to come back over and over again as, a background character, or like one of the admirals or something like that. Just seeing them come back and play this part over and over again. Just validates the Orville. I think the Orville is just my sci-fi show for the next however many years they're going to make it. I mean, I just love the show, and just all these people coming over really helps to. I like seeing them. Like, we've generated, over the years, we create this, relationship between, us and that character, and that character's traits, are brought out, a lot by the actor's, own personality kind of comes through it and everything else. And so that when we see them in the Orville, and we're familiar with those traits and familiar with that personality and those people, and it just brings it back to being even more familiar and more engaging and more caring. Like, you want to, you get to a point where, the first couple of episodes of the Orville, I'm like, okay, it's good, I like it. But now that all these other Star Trek actors have begun showing up, and we've gotten to know and to, connect with the actors that are the regular actors, the regular cast and stuff, it just makes they've got a stranglehold on me. And it's not letting go, and I'm not letting it, let me go. I want to see more, and hopefully, we'll get more stuff soon. It's probably not till the end of the year, but anyway, it's good. I just love the show. So thanks for watching this. If you know of any other actors who have made the jump from Star Trek to the Orville, post them in a comment down below. Also, like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll continue to make more videos like this and all the other stuff that I like. And then you can watch it. We can share it together. We can build communities around all this stuff that we all like. All right. Well, thanks for watching this one. Take care.